So good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for our Live at 5 on awards and financial aid. We're super happy that you're here today to chat about this really important topic. How you're going to fund your education is something that, might be top of mind now that you've maybe chosen a program and decided where you want to go. We never want finances to be a barrier here at Carleton. So thank you so much for tuning in. And we're super excited to chat with you about the different ways that we can help support you financially. Before we get started, we just want to start this presentation how we start all of our presentations, and that's with acknowledging that Carleton is on the traditional and unceded territories of the Algonquin Nation. And this is really important. We do have a thriving Indigenous community here at Carleton, but that doesn't mean that we don't have work to do and work that still needs to be done. So really important that we acknowledge that, the places that we're playing and learning and growing is here on the traditional and unceded territories of the Algonquin people. Lots of ways to stay connected with us after the session today. This is just a deeper dive into one topic that we want to chat with you about, but the best way to learn more is to stay connected with us through Carleton 360. And get a view book in your hand. This is a really amazing resource and guide for you to learn more about awards and financial aid, but also about programs and admissions requirements and basically everything that there is in terms of your life and future here at Carleton. So what you can do is you can scan this QR code. If you don't already have a Carleton 360 account, you can go ahead and set one of those up, and we'll send you tailored information based on your areas of interest, the programs that you're looking at, upcoming events, and lots of really cool and awesome information. So definitely take a moment to sign up for Carleton 360 if you haven't already, and you can request to be mailed a view book. Without further ado, we'll hop right into the topic of discussion today, and that is awards and financial aid. And with that, I will invite my colleague Alana onto the screen. So welcome, Alana.
Hello, how are you?
I am doing super well, thank you. Really pumped to have you here today. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about yourself and your role in the awards office, and then you can hop right in.
Sure. So hello, everyone. My name is Alana, and I am a financial aid administrator in the Awards and Financial Aid Office here at Carleton. As a financial aid administrator, I assist students with their Ontario Student Assistance applications, better known as OSAP. I have previously worked with awards as well, so I can give you a brief overview of all of the financial resources available to fund your studies at Carleton. There are two main types of funding for students: awards and government financial assistance. So I'm going to go over these resources in a timeline order so you can see how and when each resource fits into your timeline of applying to university to attending in September. So the first resource is an award, and one of the first things most people think of when thinking about university, which is scholarships. So scholarships are awards provided to eligible students in recognition of their academic achievement. Carleton offers entrance scholarships to students with an admissions average of 80% or higher. The scholarships range from $1,000 per year for 4 years to $4,000 per year for 4 years. The value of the award is based on your admissions average. When you apply to Carleton for admissions to a program, you will automatically be considered for an entrance scholarship. So you are not required to complete a separate application to be considered. If you are eligible for an entrance scholarship, details of your award will be provided with your offer of admission. So you've applied to Carleton and are automatically being considered for an entrance scholarship. The next award resource you may want to consider is our Prestige Scholarships. So our Prestige Scholarships are competitive scholarship awards. So these awards are higher in value than our entrance scholarships. And the Prestige Scholarship does require a separate application. So one application form is used for all of our Prestige Scholarships. To be eligible, you must achieve an admissions average of 90% or better and be entering Carleton directly from high school. So the application asks you to provide a range of extracurricular activities you've participated in and to demonstrate your leadership roles within your community or these activities. The application can be downloaded from our website, so carleton.ca/awards, and must be submitted to the awards office by March 1st. So the next financial resource you may want to consider is a bursary. So bursaries, like scholarships, are awards provided to students from Carleton. Unlike scholarships, bursaries are awarded based on financial need rather than academics. So if you are a Canadian student, the bursary application is available through Carleton Central as soon as you've received an offer of admission. The application must be submitted by June 30th. We also have leadership bursaries that are available to students. These can be higher in value than our general entrance bursary, and typically a paper application is required for each leadership bursary you are applying for. So the criteria for each leadership bursary can vary, but most will ask you to demonstrate your leadership roles within your community. The deadline for these entrance bursaries are April 2nd. I recommend going to our website and having a look at these leadership bursary applications and checking their eligibility criteria, since they do vary from bursary to bursary. And then finally, one of the last and largest resources available for students is government financial aid. So today I'm going to focus on OSAP, so Ontario's Student Financial Assistance Program, as most students who attend Carleton are from Ontario. There is financial assistance. There is a financial assistance program from each province and territory in Canada, and we do have a specialist in our office who can guide you if you are an out-of-province student on that application process, depending on what province you're from. But for Ontario students, OSAP is a financial aid program funded by the federal and provincial government for post-secondary students. Through the application, you will be assessed for federal and provincial grant funding and for a repayable student loan. So grant funding is money provided by the government that you do not have to pay back. The loan portion you would have to pay back following a grace period. The OSAP application typically becomes available in the spring, and we generally recommend that students try to submit their application and all supporting documents by June 30th to best ensure everything is done and ready for you for the start of September. So there is a trick that you can do to help you remember to apply for OSAP, and that is to go to OSAP, so ontario.ca/OSAP, and create an OSAP profile. While you're doing this, you can opt to link your profile to your OUAC account. So by doing this, you will have an OSAP account created, and when the 22-23 OSAP application becomes available, OSAP will send you an email to the email address you listed on your profile notifying you. So then when you log into your account, you will see pre-started OSAP applications based on the schools and programs you had applied for through the OUAC. All you'll have to do is finish off the application for the school and program of your choice. So if you have any questions regarding OSAP or need anything changed or updated on your profile or on your application, we recommend you contact us and we can assist you through that. So I've outlined the main resources available to you through Carleton and through government financial aid programs, but there's always so much out there, from external awards to even part-time jobs on campus and off. So as students in the application process to university, when it comes to financial aid resources to fund your studies, I do recommend that you pace yourself, but start early. There are lots of resources available, and my office is happy to assist you in any way we can, so don't hesitate in contacting us. And then if you have any questions, I'm here, I can help you with that.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that info. I know that there's a lot of questions that students have at this point, and a lot of times too, they don't exactly know what to ask. So it's really nice to have this information for them. We have a couple of questions that have come in here in the chat. The first one is from Fatima, and she's asking, are any of these scholarships offered to transfer students? So I guess the entrance scholarships, the prestige, can they apply to those, or are there other scholarships that they should be looking at?
So for entrance scholarships, if you are a Canadian transfer student, so a student who is coming from a university or a college in Canada, yes, we will automatically assess you for an entrance scholarship. Unfortunately, we aren't able to do that for students who are coming from an international post-secondary school. And then in terms of the prestige scholarships, those ones are specifically for students coming straight from high school. So to be eligible, you cannot have attended any post-secondary institution.
Okay, awesome. Another question here is if we get an 80 to 84.9, so the first bracket of scholarship in our first year, but then we have an 87 average in the next year, so while they're at Carleton, will the scholarship amount increase depending on the criteria, or is it set at the average you held when applying?
So it is set based on the admissions offer you received. So if you receive $1,000 per year, that scholarship, it is expected at Carleton that you maintain a 10.0 GPA in order to renew for the next academic year, and you would be renewing at that value. However, if you are an excellent student at Carleton, there are opportunities to be nominated for departmental awards. So outstanding achievement at Carleton can still be recognized by your department and by departmental awards that may be one-time or one-year awards. So there is always incentive to continue to do well.
Mm-hmm. And kind of going off that, like speaking of doing well and increasing your grades, what if they receive an offer of admission, let's say like in January, but then by the end of the year in high school, their grades go up or down? Does that entrance scholarship change, or is it always what they got when they first received it?
So we do reassess scholarship offers as we receive new grades. So we will reassess based on midterm marks in the first semester, as well as midterm marks in second semester. So as we get new grades, we will look to reassess your scholarship offer to increase that scholarship offer. We will not decrease your scholarship offer if your average falls a little bit. As long as you're maintaining your admissions offer, you are maintaining the highest valued scholarship we have offered you.
Fantastic. And we have two more questions here. The first one is, how many prestige scholarships are there? Are there just the one, or are there multiple?
No, so there are several prestige scholarships. And when you go to our website and download the application, there is a chart that outlines all of the awards. So we'll have like 10 Chancellor's scholarships, which are valued at a certain rate, 7 Richard Lewar entrance scholarships, which are valued at a separate rate. So they're all listed on that one application form. Luckily, it's just one application that you need to submit, and you'll be assessed for all of those.
Okay, that's amazing. So yeah, definitely good to know that you'll be considered for all of them, and you just have to fill out the one application. So definitely worth it. And the last question that I have for you, I just see one more question coming in here as well after, but the question I have is for OSAP. I know that, it's not Carleton that does the OSAP program, but should we be reaching out to your office if we have OSAP questions, or should they be reaching out to OSAP directly?
So it is best to contact our office. OSAP doesn't have a direct line of communication, and so they do want students to connect regarding their OSAP through their financial aid office. So if you have any questions, contact us. We can advise you and we can assist you from there.
Okay, amazing. And we just have one more question that came in here. And the question is, are final marks more important than midterm marks, or is there no difference? And I guess that would depend when they got their offer of admission and offer of scholarship, but maybe you can speak to that a little bit.
Yeah, so we do recommend that you attempt to maintain your excellence in your studies all throughout. So we do reassess based on your midterm grades. I am not sure if we reassess based on final high school grades. So you may want to email awards@carleton.ca and we can get that answer for you. But, it would be important just in the long term thinking about maintaining your offer of admission and, the incentive of climbing to the next scholarship rank. So I would say, keep going. You'll do it.
Yeah, of course. And obviously, if you don't maintain your grades to maintain your offer of admission, then that scholarship's going to go away as well, right? So definitely important to keep on trucking.
Keep going.
Okay, amazing. So if there are any more questions, we'll wrap it up there for now. And Alana and folks from my team will remain in the Q&A for the next 5 minutes or so. So if you do have more questions, you can feel free to pop them in there and we'll answer them via text. In the meantime, just a big thank you again for joining us tonight on this Wednesday after work, after school. We really appreciate your time. If you have any other questions, there's a lot of really great information on our admissions website, admissions.carleton.ca, and specifically about awards and financial aid at carleton.ca/awards. Always encourage you to follow us on socials as well to kind of keep up with what's going on campus at Carleton_future. And new to that roster, we're now on TikTok. So you can find us at Carleton_future on TikTok as well. So thanks again. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. We would love to keep this conversation going. So we'll let you know different ways to contact us in the chat. And like I said, we'll hang around for a little bit longer if you do have any more questions. But have a wonderful night and hopefully we'll see you on campus soon. Thank you.